My name's Leon Tribe. I'm a Dynamics Business Solutions MVP and I work for KPMG.
So how'd you get started with Dynamics 365?
If I go way back, I started in physics. So I did a physics degree, started a PhD, never finished it. Scholarship ran out and I got offered a job in IT. After that, a mate of mine said, "Oh, look, I'm working with this thing called CRM. Are you interested in coming along?" And so I joined up and got on board with CRM. That was Sales Logics. Eventually, the company I worked for got put on the what was then beta training for Microsoft, what was called Microsoft CRM 1.0, and I've been with Dynamics ever since.
Excellent. If you weren't doing this, what would you be doing?
Probably physics and being paid much, much less.
What excites you about the future of Microsoft Business Apps?
What really excites me is that Microsoft is expanding the pie significantly in terms of bringing CRM and ERP together. So we're now looking at a framework, a platform that can manage the entire sales process from the moment that a customer is remotely interested in a product all the way through to the finalization of sales and beyond. It's a very exciting time. We're no longer just looking at managing one small part of the process. We can now manage the entirety within the one framework. To me, that's very, very exciting.
If you could go anywhere in the world tomorrow, where would it be?
Peru. My
Peru.
wife's heritage is from Peru. There's so much there to explore. It's an awesome country. I'd be there in a heartbeat.
If you could give one piece of advice to somebody about Dynamics, what would it be?
Get a partner involved. So if you're implementing, although it's something you can configure yourself, there's so many configuration and developmental cul-de-sacs that you only learn about by working with the product for a number of years. Get a partner involved. They can guide you out of those cul-de-sacs. They don't have to do everything. You can take on a lot yourself. Just get some good advice as part of that implementation.
Great. On a scale of 1 to 10, how crazy are you?
So, if we say that 5's average, I don't consider myself weird. I consider myself, there's aspects of me which are unusual. So I have an Etsy shop. Apparently most Etsy, like 90% of Etsy shops are run by women. So I'm the male guy that has an Etsy shop. So there's aspects of me which are unusual. Obviously the physics background's a bit unusual. But I'd say 6. I'm not particularly weird, but there's unusual aspects to me, I guess.
What's a common myth about Dynamics implementations?
A common myth about Dynamics implementations, that it's all about sales or it's all about service. It's not that. Dynamics these days is a process management platform, so you don't have to have sales in there, you don't have to have service in there, you don't have to have marketing in there. It's not about serving those functions of old where the stable that CRM came out of. It's about managing a process. Now if that process is doing floor audits so that you make sure you've got all the safety aspects of your office set up, you can do that in Dynamics. If it's managing the transportation of livestock from farm to a restaurant table, you can do that in Dynamics. It's about managing a process these days. It's not simply about flogging product or about managing the problems that happen with that product.
Yeah, good. What are you not good at? Sport.
If you need someone to run or need someone to lift heavy things, I'm not the guy. I'm built for comfort, not speed.
What's so great about being the MVP?
That I get to come to somewhere. It's going to be a cliche, and I imagine a lot of people will say it. But the fact that I get to come to Redmond, meet the product team, but more importantly, I get to come to the summit and meet the other MVPs. I get to talk to people that have been in the trenches. They have all the same gripes that I do, and they enjoy a drink for the most part, which is fantastic. So that plays right into my hands.